Hey guys! I know it's been a long time since I've posted anything, probably a few months since I've posted a video, but there's been a lot going on and I have some fun things to share. So I wanted to come back and get going on my channel again, talk about what I've been going through, some good, some bad in the past few months and kind of where I'm headed. And I'm hoping to connect with people and just give people hope that we can all push through hard things in life. So I've mentioned in some of my past videos that I do have anxiety, depression. I've basically been in therapy and on medication for the past 10 years. I know that I struggled as a kid, but just didn't know what it was back then. And most recently, I've been struggling with PTSD from the death of my mom. So there's been a lot going on. I've been in intensive therapy once a week, doing a lot of EMDR, just really trying to dig out a lot of what's been stunting me, I think, from growth. Back in February of this year, I actually had to leave my job because I was not able to handle the stress. I was in a high stress job, but for me to quit something because I felt like I couldn't handle it was a big wake up call for myself because I'm not typically someone that gives up on anything. So it was really difficult to make that decision. I was with a great company, but it was just too much. And I was bringing it home with me. I was having panic attacks all the time. And Nate, my husband, and I just decided that we couldn't continue that way. Life is too short. And it was by no means the job's fault. It was just how I was handling kind of the stress from it. So I quit the job, thinking, okay, maybe now's the time for me to stop working. We're going to try to start a family. And, based on my previous posts, we kind of all know how that panned out. It's not in the works right now. It's probably not going to happen for a long time unless one day we decide to adopt. But that's a very difficult journey and in a tough spot to kind of be ready to do. And I'm just not there yet. So I had a couple months of a funk because I was like, I quit. I thought that this was my time to start a family. I was, really excited to do that. And it didn't work out. And then I had a little bit more of the depression take over because it really is infertility and being told that even if you did IVF, the chances are low. It's a very, very hard thing to digest. And I really needed to grieve it. So I went through some tough periods. All of my friends that have been there for me, I can't thank you enough for sticking with me. Had some pretty low days, had to call my therapist, and she's like, meet me at the office in an hour because it got that bad. Side note, it can get that bad. Anxiety and depression is very real, and I want everyone that watches my videos or follows my channel to know that I'm always here. I'm not one of those people that will say it'll get better and just cool, chill out, everything's fine. Like, I understand it's very real and it stops me from doing a lot of things in my life, but pushing through is the one thing that I have to do, and it's so hard to push through, especially when you've had tragedy and things go on in your life that I don't understand how I'm going to get through it, but you have to push through. Some of my hardest days where I'm just in bed and I don't know how I'm going to get up, and going for a walk seems like you're asking me to climb Everest. The push that it takes to do that is next level. But even getting outside, getting some vitamin D, getting some fresh air, I know it helps me. Sometimes I couldn't get up and go for that walk, but the times that I could, the pride that I felt after, and just even a little bit of relief that I felt after was worth it. So I just want everyone to know that I struggle daily to keep my demons at bay, to not let my anxiety kind of control my life, and hanging out with my friends and being able to be present in situations, because a lot of times it will pull you out of being present. So I work really hard on a lot of different tactics, and I think another video I'll really hone in on some of those tactics that I've learned from therapy, because I have the best therapist. She is the best and has taught me so many things. So anyway, I know I'm rambling. I typically do that. But what I wanted to come on and say was, it's been a solid 6-7 months that I've been out of work. And that's a hard thing for me because I've worked since I was 18, went on cruise ships dancing right after high school. And so I've luckily had this amazing husband that has made it possible for me to take the time that I needed to heal and figure out what I wanted to do next. And then I started applying for jobs again. And what was happening was I was applying for jobs just to get a job. And in the back of my head, I knew I can't just do anything. I have to take care of myself. I have to do something that's fun. I don't want a 9 to 5. I get stuck in a rut and a routine, and for my anxiety, while I am a very routine oriented person, the mundane nature of kind of that type of job wasn't working well for me. So honestly, in the last few weeks, I've really tried to focus on, okay, I keep doing the same thing. I'm applying for the same types of jobs. And I'm even getting offered jobs, but I'm turning them down because I know in my heart that's not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. I don't know who I am. I feel like I've lost sort of part of my identity ever since the infertility. And so, because you think that's the way your life is going to go. You think, oh, I'm going to be a mom and that's going to be who I am. Children should never define you, but that is kind of part of who I thought, I was going to become, a mother. And so it's really hard to figure out where the heck do I go from here. So I have a friend that sells activewear, and we had met at a restaurant with our husbands a while back, and she was telling me how awesome this activewear was, and I was hesitant because I've never done multi-level marketing. I've never done a direct sales job at all. I've planned events for those types of companies, but I've just never been into it. And while I support my friends that do it, I think I was very hesitant because I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to, hey, like my page, go on here, do this, buy my stuff, So I liked the product because she was actually wearing some of the clothes at dinner, and I was like, oh my gosh, this fabric is amazing. I can really see why you would want to do that. Plus, it's like one of the only, if not the only, activewear company that does direct sales in the United States, and it's very small. So getting started now, would be a good time. But anyway, that was a couple months ago, and I was like, I don't really know. And I've tinkered with different ideas. Until recently, a couple weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I've got to start exercising more. When I was dancing, I was obviously a lot thinner, just by nature. You're doing 25 shows a week. Just kind of happens. I've gained weight. I myself, image is not good. My self-confidence is not good. I, hide a lot of it by humor. That's just kind of what I do by nature. But I thought to myself, why don't I just try something? So I started walking, a quick walk, 2 miles for a couple days, and then I started doing 2.5 miles, and then I was like walking 3 miles a day, 4 or 5 days a week, and it really started to make me feel better. Plus I was getting a little tan, which was really exciting because I'm super pale. So so that was starting to make me feel good, and I really do enjoy working out. I have a hard time with the motivation part of it. I've got my awesome bike because I love cycle bars, so I brought it to my house. This is not a plug, but I pay for Peloton. But what happened was I'm all over the place. Months ago, I started getting this pain in the back of my head. It actually happened one day when I was at Orange Theory Fitness. And I've been going to rehab and physical therapy because the neurologist thought it was occipital neuralgia. I thought that there was a nerve that was pinched basically in the tip of my skull, and it was pushing the pain up the back of my head. And when I was first feeling it, I was like in the middle of an Orange Theory workout going, am I having an aneurysm? Like, it was very scary, and it really hurts. And it feels like somebody is stabbing me. So basically they're called ice pick headaches. So now it's like I'm having these ice pick headaches when I'm doing intense workouts. The doctors are like, no more intense workouts till we figure out what this is. So a couple months go by and I'm like gaining all this weight. I mean, granted, stress, anxiety, the medications I'm on doesn't help with the weight gain, but I want to be active. So anyway, that happened on top of everything else. So recently when I started walking more and kind of really feeling the benefits of it, granted, it is so hot in Florida, but somehow I'm still doing it. I hide under the trees for some shade, but you can get through it if you go the right time of day. Anyway, spaz. So I thought about my friend who sold the activewear, and I was like, you know what? What if I did this? What if I just tried? And, you get this amazing starter kit when you sign up for it. And I was like, worst case scenario, I have an amazing starter kit. I've got some free clothes. And I can wear them and they're awesome, and I already know the fabric's great. So I met with her and just kind of went over the details and felt all the fabrics of her pieces, and I was like, this stuff is really amazing, but I still don't know because I don't want to be that annoying person that sells stuff online. So I've been trying to figure out how to do this differently, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell Zaya Active. I did buy my starter kit. I've got some fun items there. I've got my fun hat on. Zaya Active is really based on community and building each other up. There's something like between 4,000 and 5,000 reps in the entire country. And everyone that I'm following and currently engaging with is just so positive. And what I want to do is incorporate exercise. I want to join more group fitness clubs. I want to do yoga. I want to get on my spin bike. I want to do all of these things, but at the same time, I want to feel good because I have got some big breasts, and it's hard for me to find sports bras and active wear that make me feel good. I'm curvy. I'm not 18 and 127 pounds anymore that I was when I worked on my cruise ship. So I got my starter kit. I actually got it today. I opened it. I tried all this stuff on because I've been waiting to try it on to even talk to you guys about this, and it's ridiculously amazing. I'm wearing it right now, just sitting around my house. This is one of the tanks. It's like butter. I feel like I'm like sitting in just the most cozy materials. And so anyway, I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna start a VIP group on Facebook. I'm gonna work on my Instagram and kind of get anyone who loves leggings, because their leggings are out of this world. They are less than Lululemon, I will say that. So I will be doing a lot of videos. If you want to be included in my VIP group, please tell me. Please comment, post, like, anything like that. I'll invite you. We'll do live parties. We can host parties together. But I want to make this fun and exciting, and I also want to be held accountable. I want this to be a way to force me, not force, because honestly I enjoy working out, but I want this to be something that causes me to work out. I want to wear my stuff. I want to represent. I want to have a community of people that talks about, kind of what we're doing, how something feels, and get a group of girls and even guys, because they have menswear and kidswear now. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So that's a new adventure that I'm starting to do. And what I've also decided to do is kind of piecemeal everything that I need, because, for our household, I know what I need to kind of like come up with, but I also want to make sure that I'm doing it in a responsible way. So I might start making coffee at Starbucks again. They have great benefits. So I'm currently waiting to hear back from one of the stores 5 minutes away from me, make some coffee. If I get the job, I'll tell you where I am. You guys can come by and I'll make you something. Literally just dropped my phone. I want everyone to enjoy what just happened. It just flip-flopped off my table. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. And at the same time, I also am going to get my real estate license, because why not? When I quit my job in February, I signed up for the real estate courses. I'm literally trying to focus my camera right now. Okay. I signed up for real estate courses, and then I slowly stopped because I was really in a huge funk and I wasn't finding, the energy to do it. And I've started up again, and I'm almost halfway through my classes, so I'll be able to do that. So I'm just going to hustle. I'm going to see what sticks. I'm going to talk about my activewear. I'm going to talk about real estate whenever I get my license, and I'm going to potentially make some coffee and get some benefits. So I'm really excited, and honestly, super proud of myself for pushing through, because it's been a rough couple months. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I think I figured it out. I think I'm going to piecemeal, and I think I'm going to hustle. And I think it's going to be fun, because not one of the jobs stresses me out to the point where I feel like I can't enjoy my home life. Everyone that knows me knows that my husband and my dogs are the most important things in the world to me. And so I want to be present. So whatever I'm doing, I want to be rewarding. And so I feel like I'm setting up a life for myself that has been really hard to figure out, but I'm really excited to see what comes of this. So anyway, if anyone's watching, please comment. Tell me if you have questions about, honestly, from the beginning of my video, about anxiety, depression, everything that I'm dealing with. I'm happy to talk about it. I want to be vocal, because I think mental health is something that not enough people talk about, and a lot of people struggle. So you're going to see a lot of motivational, posts from me, because what I do at night is I scroll through Pinterest and I look for phrases that make me feel good, because I don't always feel good. So I want to share that light with everyone. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. If you want to look at my site and see what I'm selling, myzia.com/Bethany Michael, ZYIA, is my website. But you'll be seeing lots more about that if you want to join my VIP group. So thanks for listening. I will update you guys soon and kind of give you an update on where all my hustle ventures are leading. And hopefully everybody has had a great few months. And thanks for watching and supporting. And I love you all. Bye.